welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Terrific view of the nighttime traffic between Manhattan and our setting tonight, Brooklyn, New York. Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, our reporter, Allie LaForce. Hey Allie.
Hey Brian, Devin Booker finally playing winning basketball in Phoenix. He said, quote, "This city deserves it. I've been here, grinding, trying to get to this point. The team and the culture that we have, this is the best position that we've been in since I've been here, to make those dreams come to life."
Man, that's great to see, Allie. Thanks for that. Looking now at the lineup for the teams tonight, some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
All right, now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Bridges and Crowder holding down the forward spots. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt. And it's Ayton in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, Durant the 3 with Griffin at the 4. Joe Harris out there with James Harden. And it's Claxton in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And two elite teams here. You hear players say that it's just another game. But Grant, I'm not sure that's true.
Well, we all know you want to bring the same focus and intensity to every game. But the reality is, players get up for the big games, BA.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. To the middle. Here's Ayton. And the layup falls.
Good court vision from Booker. He sees a wide open man and gets him the ball for an assist.
Paul against Harden. Griffin outside. The 3, here's Harris. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Harris against Booker. For 3. Claxton with a rebound.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot most possessions.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Well, you look at Harden. He doesn't beat you with great speed or by playing above the rim. He wins with pace, angles, and strength. As unique a scorer as we've seen in probably the last 30, 35 years in the NBA.
And he makes the first. And Clark, Harden is also an expert at using his body as a shield for the ball.
I think it's really a good lesson out there for young players coming up, BA. Use what you have. Don't try to be somebody else. Use what you have. Don't make excuses. And then get busy putting the work in, making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Here's a 3 from Paul. Counted from distance.
The pull-up jumpers are a big part of Chris Paul's repertoire on offense. I mean, also a big part of what makes him so dangerous, too.
Now here's Durant. "11 feet out, and he hits it."
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
Paul against Harden. Paul passes to Booker. The shot's good.
Offensively, they've been pretty sharp. 3 for 4 so far.
On the wing, Durant. Back to Harden. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Nice finish there. Harden is just calibrated to absorb contact and complete the play.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Back to Paul. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
First quarter.
Pass to Claxton. Outside Durant. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, you know, at first glance, you might think Durant has trouble finishing through contact, but think again, folks. I mean, you can't measure desire by body type.
Paul passes to Ayton. it's good. The assist that time from Paul. Ayton's gotten his second bucket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Nice shot by Harden.
No surprise there. I mean, realizing he has the size advantage, he exploits it perfectly.
The Suns trailing. Pass to Ayton. Oh, and the jam by Ayton.
Paul is so gifted at creating for his teammates. I mean, he's just got a special knack, and it's one that's been honed over years and years of playing. He really does work hard to get everybody involved.
Harden. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Chris Paul.
At the line, James Harden. And out the line, shooting 2.
That's good from Harden.
Of all the epic seasons James Harden has had, probably 2019, 18-19 might have been his best. The Beard was the second player in NBA history to average 30 points, 7 assists, 5 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. The other, some Jordan guy.
The Suns making a switch here. McGee, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Johnson comes in for Bridges. Shamet, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And Payne is subbed in for Chris Paul. Brown finds Harden. On the wing, Harden lets the three fly. Phoenix grabs the miss. Pass to Shamet. Let's go with a three. And the Suns get another three.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Back to Johnson. On the wing, Harden. Off target from the wing.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Left side, Johnson. Here's Payne. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. The Suns on top, leading by a point. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. If you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Suns.
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
Something else I like out of them so far, they're throwing their bodies around in the paint and scoring inside.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Landry Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Johnson. Then there's JaVale McGee. And it's Crowder in a power forward. Brooklyn trailing. You know, the number one thing Mills gives you, a confident knockdown shooter from range.
Yeah, Brian, that's been his calling card since he entered the league, but I think he's added some other pieces to his game along the way. He puts it on the floor, he creates for other people. He's a much more well-rounded guard now, and I think that keeps him on the floor and in the league.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. DeAndre Ayton being the #1 pick in 2018, his potential is obvious. With this team on the rise, he's looking to impose his will on a nightly basis. Ayton said, quote, "I know how hard I work and what kind of a player I am. I'm trying to take over every possession, being more dominant every game."
Oh, a scary thought, Allie. Thanks. And we saw players like Jalen Green skip college and go straight to the G League with the Ignite team. Clark, now prospects are leaving high school early to go pro.
Yeah, and I think they should have that opportunity and right to choose that option if they feel that's what they want to do, B.A. Not everybody is going to be able to make it to the NBA, but some can actually forego college and get their NBA or pro career started earlier, and they should have that right and option.
So the Nets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. Johnson against Brown. Back to Payne. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots. That shot is off. And Brooklyn going the other way now. Out to the right wing. Back to Carter. Left side Johnson. Oh, from deep. It's hauled in by the Suns. Outside Johnson.
Brooklyn foul. Javon Carter.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Durant, he's checked in for Johnson. And Harris is subbed in for Mills. And a new group getting ready for the Suns. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for McGee. Bridges comes in for Crowder. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Shamet. And it's Chris Paul in for Payne. Now here's Booker. Pass to Bridges. 4-3. Offensive rebound. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The first one falls. Griffin, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Ayton hits them both. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Carter, the pass to Griffin. And Ayton pulls it down.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights, that bucket is automatic.
Paul against Carter. Now here's Paul. The D's right on him. No luck on that one. Oh, nice D from Carter. Outside Durant. This one for 3. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
You know, sometimes you just assume this shot is falling before it goes in. Durant's outside jumper is that deadly.
Brown with the steal, and now the Nets on the break. Durant, the pass to Brown. And here's Griffin. Back to Durant. Good. And now it's a 5-point Nets lead.
What a unique combination of height, athleticism, and ball skills. Durant can make some unbelievable finishes because of it.
Ball finds Booker. And Booker with the jam.
A delicious dime from Chris Paul there.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Harris outside. From 20 feet. And again, it's Brooklyn.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into his shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Now here's Booker. Tries again. Ayton, no good. The Nets have gone 4 for 6 here in the second. Pass to Griffin, over Johnson, and there's Griffin. That's good, on the assist by Brown. Griffin's got his first basket.
Shows you how far Griffin has come as a shooter. Zero hesitation on the catch and shoot.
Booker, the pass to Paul. Up and over Carter. Oh, got it off in time, but it's no good. And so we wrap up the first half. Nets out in front, up 7. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
I'm here with Monty Williams, and Coach, certainly some areas to correct moving forward.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We will see everyone right back after this break, ready for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. And trying as they might, they couldn't push their lead past 4 points. They went into the half with a 7-point lead after executing well in the second quarter. Shaq, let's get your take on Brooklyn.
Well, they've shown a lot of discipline at the offensive end. It's not about getting the quick shots, it's about getting the quick shots. And if you want to know how that approach is working, just check out their field goal percentage.
And Kenny, your take on Phoenix.
The energy on D stood for disappointing. They were slow to rotate, communication was bad, no effort, I mean, the intensity on that end of the floor.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You know, Kevin Durant has really been making it happen here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Durant the 3 with Griffin at the 4. James Harden out there with Joe Harris. And it's Claxton in at the 5. And that's the group for Steve Nash as we begin the second half. Durant finds Griffin. Here's Claxton on the wing, Harden. Pass to Durant. The 3 is up. And the Nets, another 3.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, you want to talk about a super team. Last season, the Brooklyn Nets became the only team in NBA history to boast 6 players who'd made it all NBA over their career. Guys, the roster has changed just a bit, but make no mistake, this team remains loaded in a way we don't see too often.
No question, Allie. Good stuff there. Thanks. Ayton passes to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. For 3, Booker. He's off on that one. The Nets go the other way with it.
Well, you know, in high school, he was a star. In college, the same thing. Durant got drafted 2nd back in 2007, then immediately became an all-star.
Griffin passes to Harden. Shoots over Paul, and there's another one for the Nets.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
And Durant averaged over 20 points a game his rookie year.
And BA also won Rookie of the Year as well. Since then, he's won just about every individual honor you possibly could. First ballot consensus Hall of Famer in this time.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
Booker against Harris. Throws it up high. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Here's Griffin. Harden, the pass to Durant. Back to Harden. Right wing. Good chance here for Griffin. It's good. Off the assist from Harden.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Bridges. Drills the baseline jumper.
For his position, Booker does a solid job moving the ball. He's got great passing instincts.
Harden against Paul. Harden drives in. He can't get it to go. For Phoenix, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Paul passes to Bridges. Now here's Ayton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Ayton's got 10 points in the game.
He's done everything he can tonight, trying to keep this team competitive.
They double team Durant. There's the drive, and it's Durant with the finish.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Harris. It's his first foul of the game. Brooklyn making some changes. Aldridge is checked in for Claxton. Millsap comes in for Griffin. And it's Mills in for Durant. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Shamet. Misses the 3. And here are the Nets now. They're on a 13-4 run. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Right side Harden. Back to Mills. Outside Harden. 5 on the clock. Lets it go. Top of the key jumper, no good.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They hold a real solid lead right now. Love their approach tonight. We'll be right back after this word. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Jay Crowder. Landry Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. Then there's Johnson, and it's McGee in at the center position.
Yeah, you know, Mills is one of those energizing players who does a little bit of everything, including finding his open teammates.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Brown passes to Aldridge. Shoots over McGee. And Aldridge with the basket on the assist by Brown. Brown's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to McGee. Back to Payne. Crowder, the pass to McGee. And McGee with the stop.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Down low. Here's Aldridge. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Millsap can't get it to go. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Payne. Rebounded by the Nets. Millsap finds Carter. Back to Millsap. And here's Carter. Over to the wing. Here's Mills. From 8 feet. Aldridge missing again. The Suns have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. To the inside, Crowder. And Crowder with the jam.
This is why you put the ball in his hands. An accurate pass hitting a moving target.
Timeout called, Brooklyn.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
The Suns making a switch here. Ayton, he's checked in for McGee. Bridges comes in for Johnson. Devin Booker, he's checked in for Shamet. And it's Paul in for Payne.
Over the last break, I got a chance to hear what Steve Nash said of the team. So far, he's happy with their play, but he wants to prevent any kind of a letdown. He told the team, stay aggressive. Don't play not to lose. We want to push the action and try to break their spirit.
And Allie, thank you for that. Carter, the pass to Durant. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Nets.
Oh, their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking quite a few as well.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they've piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
And KD always in the debate over who's the top dog in this league.
And what's interesting is he doesn't really want any part of that discussion. He said, one thing I told myself, don't worry about who people say is the best player. Blocking out distractions is key to achieving greatness.
Outside, Brown. Back to Durant. They double-team Durant. Pass to Griffin. Here's Brown. Over Crowder. Durant, no good. The Suns have got 3 of 6 shots to go in this fourth quarter.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Nets.
They really had things going. Their offense carried them tonight, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., tonight, simply they won the battle of the field goal percentage. I mean, it made all the difference.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kevin Durant.
We saw him get a lot of touches tonight, and he wasted very few of them. Really made himself the backbone of their offense. Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they'd shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Out left to the wing. Griffin's shot is off. Booker against Brown. Here's Ayton. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
His first foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good. Ayton hits them both. 29 seconds left in the fourth. Outside Johnson. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. The rebound by Shamet. Now Payton.